What's up, girls? Do y'all like the MHOG podcast? Yes, you do. The MHOG podcast is the only podcast that gets inside your shit and fucks it good. Now, if you want us to keep fucking you good, to keep making that sweet, sweet podcast love to your pussy, then you need to take our podcast metaphorical penis and put it in your friend's ear. Rub it around inside her ear till it fucking squirts good podcasty goodness all up inside that ear. And then you tell her to take that good podcasty goodness and then rub that ear against her friend's ear, and so on and so on. Yeah. And then when all is said and done, we're going to have a successful podcast, because that's the way podcasting works. By you having us fuck your friend's ear.
Just shut a fucking sight! Yes.
Fakakta Comedy Funhouse Network.
In a world where we hate everything except for the things we love, there's the Low Blow Podcast. So join us every week as me, Adam Z,
me, Dave Rowan,
and Chris and Naomi.
She might be naked.
I'm naked.
Fill your ear holes with unbiased reviews of movies, TV shows, comic books, anything Florida does, and basically the rest of the internet, right here in the FCF Network. So please check out all your favorite downloading podcasting apps for us, the Low Blow Podcast.
Are you looking to get custom merch for your band? PM Star Promotions is producing all types of promotional items such as shirts, hats, stickers, banners, koozies, skate decks, and much, much more. All products are imprinted in the USA and made to last while keeping your cost as low as possible. Need a shirt design or logo made? The PM Star team has over 20 years experience in graphic design to make your ideas come to life. PM Star Promotions is making their way by working alongside with national bands and record labels including Crowbar, Goat Whore, and Ripple Music. To get customized, dependable work or check out the package deals that fit your budget and other exciting offers, please check out our featured collection on Facebook, PM Star Promotions, or visit www.pmstarpromo.com. It's time to get noticed.
MHOG secreting, leaving a stain. You ain't as dope as us, bitch. Stay in your lane.
All right, so we're here, we're live, we're going. We're not on YouTube.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to say that. Why don't you say the thing?
Welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast.
Welcome back.
I am your host, Kyle, and sitting next to me is Papa Bear.
Hi. I don't know why I'm being emotional with my hands. We're not on video.
No.
I'm acting like we're on YouTube, but we're not.
You just practice.
Yeah.
It's just practice.
I didn't know it was that hard.
There's a lot. I didn't know. That's why they have like interns and shit. they have people that fucking do that for.
See, this is why I fucking hate technology.
So
Nothing ever
much.
makes sense. Like if
So
right
much.
now, if we were recording with our cell phones instead of my laptop,
Right
now we wouldn't have no problems.
No.
This shit would just go live.
Right.
But since I'm recording with the laptop, since I'm recording the laptop,
Right.
I gotta have special software.
Oh shit.
Why? It's got the camera. We got the mic.
We didn't have a mic.
How come we can't just stream?
That's it. I just wanted to stream.
The people demand the Metal Hand of God go live.
They want to see
in
our
person.
faces.
And they
wanna
get to. That's a perfect segue.
That's a
Did we play that?
A little bit.
I felt like I didn't. But either way. But so, next Saturday,
Yeah.
the Metal Hand of God will be live
Live
at the Babylon.
at the Babylon.
Saturday,
Sports Bar.
September 16th. If you are in the Greater New Orleans area. Or if you're not, and you just feel like riding through.
Doug
you can do that.
Stanhope's gonna be here.
What?
Yeah.
Was he going to... Oh, he's... Wait,
Yeah,
no, I
he's
saw that. He's
performing
going to
the
be...
16th.
Oh. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not going to
Maybe.
say that he will or he won't, but maybe Doug Stanhope will stop in.
Maybe I should email him.
You should. Didn't we discuss that?
Yeah, we did. I still haven't gotten around to it. I wanted to be fresh because he gets drunk a lot, and I doubt that he remembers me. I'm gonna send a picture.
He might. You never know. I mean,
Bingo knows me. I've texted her before.
Bingo's his old lady.
Yeah,
I've never listened to his podcast
it's pretty good
because he does long ones, right?
Yeah, well, sort of, not really. I mean, it's basically just him being normal, talking about what's been going on and dates and stuff. That's mainly what most comics on there do. They give their dates out and they just start talking.
That's one thing. Like, I'm not counting him, but that's one thing I don't like about comedians who make the transition to podcasting, because a lot of them, they'll talk to somebody like Joe Rogan or Doug Stanhope, and like, or maybe not them specifically, but like I've heard Jay Moore do it a lot, and they'll be like, oh, you know, like, this is a great way to actually get your name out there and get you more dates. It's like, well, wait, hold on. There are people who are actually trying to do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's, if you want to be a podcaster and you're actually interested in doing it, cool, go do your thing. But if this is just a means to an end to you, I mean, I can't stop you, but to me, that's fucked up. To me, that's, I don't know, that's like horning on somebody else's old lady. I don't know. Like, it's just wrong. I mean, and some of these people just don't have any business doing it anyway. They're just not good at it.
Yeah. True.
You know, but again, I'm not talking about Doug Stanhope, obviously. Like, I'm not going to lecture Doug Stanhope on any of that stuff, obviously.
No, it's pretty enjoyable podcast. Yeah, it's kind of revolved around his like crazy little world that he has. It's very informative because that's how I found out that he was down here the first time, and it all kind of just, you know, the universe just kind of molded itself to where that shit happened for me that night, and it was very exciting because Bingo apparently ran away, and that was one of the podcast names. Bingo ran away. And like, so it was
I think I heard about this on a different podcast.
Yeah, they usually swap cast, so he usually if other
yeah, but I don't
people
think
are
he
there,
was on it. I think it was Rogan's.
somebody
they were
talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's a legit. Like, she for real ran away. Like, when she runs away like a hippie child. I'm gone to some place where there's soul and jazz, and boom, she came down to New Orleans. Like, you run away from Bisbee, Arizona, to all the way to New Orleans, and you don't tell nobody. Yeah.
All right, I lived in Arizona. I'm pretty sure he lives in northern Arizona, which means by car, the fastest she got to New Orleans was like 28 straight hours.
Ooh, shit.
I'm not sure. It depends on what part of northern. I'm pretty sure this is northern Arizona they live in. I could be wrong.
let's assume it's Southern Arizona. 22 hours tops.
Oh fuck, a whole day.
You know, that's assuming she wasn't running. I don't know if she had a car.
Yeah, she took a car.
That's a very long walk.
She took a car. She took a
not
car
some great
all the
areas.
way down here.
You go down to is it Corpus Christi? I want to say
Corpus Christi.
No, I'm trying to think of what city it is. There's I think it's Corpus Christi. You can see Mexico. You can see the border. You can see people running. Shit! You can see people running across the border. It's not a town you want to be walking through. But
or a job you want to have is a border fucking.
I can't really
border
talk
patrol
shit about Corpus Christi. To be honest with you, the only thing we experienced there was the seeing the running the whatever's the running of the illegals and
the running of the illegals.
and we had an IHOP.
Y'all had an IHOP and y'all see illegals running?
It was 2:00 in the morning.
That's the perfect timing.
And we were like, we need food. It might have been a Denny's, actually. I'm not sure. It's the same
Denny's?
thing. It's the same thing.
No, man. Denny's is gross.
It's a lot of IHOPs are pretty gross these days.
They better than Denny's, though.
That's fair. But still, it depends on what part of town. I know somebody that ate at the West Bank, or not ate, he worked at the West Bank IHOP. He said he was there for one day. He saw all them roaches. He was like, nope, not happening.
Yeah. I mean, it was a Denny's before. They turned it into IHOP. Yeah.
What is it with you and Denny's, man? Like,
that's where I got my orange juice from when I was in Los Angeles. I got my orange juice from a Denny's, and then I got my toothless sippy cup, and I put my orange juice.
I'm still mad you didn't bring me a toothless sippy cup.
It was out. Alright, it was the whole walk. I had been racist too. I had almost got kidnapped. Alright, I almost got man napped out there. Alright, big man pulled up on me, and I was not prepared. It was like 3 a.m. He hopped out of his shirt, he hopped up out of his truck, looking like Bert Kreischer without a shirt on. He ain't had no shirt on. I'm like, why you ain't got no shirt on at 3 a.m? Out in Los Angeles? It's chilly, son. I had a jacket on. He wanted to dub me. He definitely wanted to fucking take me in his truck.
Are you sure it wasn't Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, no, it wasn't Bert Kreischer, because he came in like a dirty pickup truck. And he was like, hey, come see what I got in the back. I was like, no, nigga, you serious? You just gonna think I'm gonna fall for some dumb shit like that? He was like, come see what I got in the back, man. Look, come look down there.
He's like,
look in there.
He's like, look, son, I got candy.
Yeah, I got candy.
I got Skittles and I got a Ferris wheel.
He looked at me. He's like, oh, yeah, you look like you work with power tools. Come check out my power tools in the back. Stick your head in there. Go ahead and reach down for one. And he's gonna stuff me in there and ride off with me. And it's like, nah. I just wanted to get some juice, man. That's it. I just wanted.
He wanted to give you some juice.
Yeah, that's the wrong type of juice. That's the wrong type of juice.
Maybe you should be more clear.
It was a scary night. I didn't expect to be walking for that long, and I was like, fuck it. I mean, it was 3 a.m. though. It was 3 a.m. 3 a.m. ain't got nothing but people on drugs out in Los Angeles. That's it.
You ever notice that when you're in this has happened to me a few times. You ever notice when you're in a strange town, and you walk, like whether you're at somebody's house or at a hotel, and you know, like they're like, oh, there's a IHOP or a Denny's up the road.
Ooh.
Like it always seems like, oh, it's just like it's
right there.
2 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's never.
It's never.
And there is somebody in a truck who's gonna like slowly drive by you at some point.
Exactly. I did that in Vegas. I was gonna walk to my brother and them stayed at the Grand. I stayed at Circus, and I was like, man, I could see the Grand from here. Mm-hmm. Like it's fine. I could just walk there. But me coming from New Orleans, our streets are small. We don't have really, really big streets. Mm. So when you got out in Vegas, you see how big the streets are. It's like, oh.
It's a highway.
This is gonna be a very long walk.
It's like interstate but with stop signs.
It was like I was walking down an alley that was made for like a giant. Like this will be an alley. It's like an alley, but it's like so big that it looks like if a giant was in this alley, this would be a perfect alley for a giant. But me, it's just like, oh, it's because
where the fuck are you going with this?
Because it was so big. The street was so big. Like, but it was a definite alley.
We went from Skittles and rapes to giants in an alley.
The giants and alleys, man. Big friendly giant, man. You see him running down alleys and shit. And it was crazy. I was like, this is a very long walk. The weather out there, the heat in Vegas is stupid.
Circus is in the old strip, right?
Yes. Yeah. We never even made it to the real, the big strip.
Well, your brother did. The Grand is at the end of it.
We didn't even go. We didn't even go to the strip though. Like we did everything else, but the strip. We wanted to do the Stratosphere. We didn't do that. Fucking.
Oh, I was out on that. If y'all don't know what the Stratosphere is, it's this giant needle hotel with a roller coaster at the top.
Oh, we did that. We did the roller coaster, but we wanted to do the bungee jump. Where you jump off the side of the Stratosphere.
I didn't know they had that. No.
I'm
out.
Yeah, I bungee jumped one time.
There's a lot of things I'm in on. If you're like, man, something's going down, I need some help, I'll be there. I got a sword right behind me. I'll be there. But if you're like, Adam, we're going
Gangs
bungee
of New
jumping,
York style.
I'll be like, Kyle, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. You out? You out? All right.
I know my limitations.
I bungee jumped in Texas with my brothers. It was me, my little brother, and my older brother, and we all bungee jumped. And we was like, man, you can just jump off. When you get up there, we was like, oh, we're old now. Like, we don't want to be as dangerous as we used to be. Mm-hmm. So, like, I did a little small jump off. Like, you can just fall. You don't have to jump up and off. Like, but there's a pad down there, so you're not really worried if the rope does pop. You fall into the pad. So I jumped, and I had so much fun in the air. I screamed so much and so much excitement, popped the blood vessel in my eye. Jesus. Too much force. Popped the blood vessel in my eye. My eye was. I looked like the Red Eye. Remember the movie Red Eye, where the dude had that shit in his eye on the plane?
You mean the one with Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams?
Yeah. The way you pulled those names out, I don't really know.
I was just looking at her tits the whole movie. Actually, the funny thing is, I own that movie somewhere. I got it. I'm just kidding. Nobody looks at Rachel McAdams' tits. She got no tits.
You would have sworn that it was like 28 days later and I was infected. Like, because it straight to the eyeball.
Come on. Come on,
boom,
man.
Blood vessel.
The closest thing I ever did to that was when I was in Hawaii. I jumped off this, first of all, so this, we're talking about, it's always 3 miles down from the hotel to the IHOP.
So far.
This is one of those things where, like, I was looking for something, like, what I really wanted to do is, like, okay, this is going way back. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see Saved by the Bell Hawaiian Style?
Yeah.
Okay. When I saw that the first time...
Slade always had his shirt off?
Just Saved by the Bell in general at that point, and to be fair, like, if you were an 18-year-old Mario Lopez, like, I'd have my shirt off all the time, too. Shirt off. Like, it works for Bert Kreischer, it works for Mario Lopez. I don't know
Mario Lopez is like, do a sit-up or something, son. You got the regular natural body. You just look like you did like a few push-ups and maybe got on a bench once or twice.
No, son, I'm a C student. I'd be fine with that. I'd be like, look at that now. Why do I need to work out?
He had that 60s body. He never had abs.
He probably does now, though.
Just like the form. Yeah, now it's a little different.
But, so, like, I saw Saved by the Bell Hawaiian Style, and... I don't even think they did it in the actual show, but in the B-roll footage where they were showing you Hawaii, they had people jumping off waterfalls, and I was like, I want to do that.
You want to jump off a waterfall?
Yes.
Yeah?
I don't know why. Look, I just told you, like, I'm out on, like, bungee jumping, but if there's a waterfall, I guess it depends. If it looks like you're going to kill yourself, no. But if it's, like, 200 feet up... Oof. I'll just say screw it and do it. I was looking to do that when I was in Hawaii, but the thing was they were like, well, we do have waterfalls here in Maui, because Hawaii's different islands, and they said, well, we have those, but those are the other side of the island, But what we do have is it's called like Black Rock something. Anyway, the ancient Hawaiian princes.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, not Red Hot Chili Peppers. Black Eyed Peas is Black Rock.
I don't know what you just said. What? I know what Black Eyed Peas are.
And I thought about it. I was like,
oh, Black. You're separate. Okay. I thought you were telling me like one of them was from.
No.
Area. I was like, no. Like, is Stacey Ferguson Hawaiian?
Like, it made sense for like 2 seconds in my head, and after I said it, I was like, that doesn't make sense anymore.
It did make sense. It's dated enough that I was like, I don't know where you're going with it. but so they were like the ancient Hawaiian princes would jump off this cliff, and their divinity would be proven by how little splash they would make. Kind of like a Jesus walking on water thing.
Or like diving.
So they were telling me this, and they were like, but to be honest with you, tourists just do it now just to do it. And they were like, and I was like, okay, so it's not, it's not too far. They're like, no, it's right down there. You just drive up, blah, blah, blah. So I get there, and so apparently there was 2 ways in, and I missed the. I'm gonna put air quotations that people can't see on the easier.
The air quotes.
The easier way to get there, I didn't see it, but there was an easier way. The way I went was like I parked at a hotel because I looked on my phone at the map, and so I had to walk through, park in the hotel parking lot. My little brother was with me, and he was like, I ain't going nowhere. And I was like, all right, man, whatever. As I'm telling you this, bear in mind, I would love to have a picture of me doing the things that I'm describing. I do not. So I'm walking through this hotel in a bathing suit, a t-shirt, and Crocs. I walk through, get out to the beach, and it's another half a mile down, and Black Rock is 50 feet up of solid lava rock.
Oh shit!
Because that's how those islands were formed, out of lava. And so I walk up, and no, I wasn't even wearing Crocs. I was barefoot walking in.
Oh shit!
Because I knew I was going in the water. So I get up to it, and I'm like, I gotta climb this. A, I'm afraid of heights.
But you want to jump off a waterfall.
B, I'm just hold on. Let me. That's not an unfair point, but these are all thoughts going through my head as I'm about to do this thing, and I'm looking around, and some of the kids had the footy socks.
Oh, the Vibrams.
Kind of like a cheaper version of that, you know, to protect your feet. And there were people selling it, but I didn't bring my wallet because I was going to jump in the water and nobody was with me. Thanks, brother. He could have held my wallet, And but I'm like, I'm in Hawaii, never been here before. I don't know if I'll ever go again. That's an expensive trip.
Yeah.
And I say, I came here to jump off a waterfall. This is the closest I got. All right, fuck it, let's do this. So I walk on to, there's a little path of lava rock, and then there's just a climb. And I'm climbing up, and I get halfway through, and I'm, look at me. I'm a big guy. I'm huffing and puffing halfway through. And I'm like, this is a terrible idea. What the fuck were you thinking with your fat ass? You thought this was a good idea? And I was like, I'm climbing down. And then I looked down, and I was like, I guess I'm climbing the whole way. So I get to the top, and once I get to the top, I'm like, all right, cool. And I look, and I was looking at it from the bottom, thinking this was a path, a little walkway, like you see in those movies, like you saw in Forgetting Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Everybody should forget Sarah Silverman.
Disrespect.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I thought it was like that, like a path, like a cliff. No, it's not. It is a spire. It is a long spire. How much of a spire? There's an actual point through half of it that you have to go across, and there's a metal pole that someone put there for you to hold on to as you're climbing across, like goddamn Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I need to get off here, but I can't, because there's no way I'm trying to climb down. I'm scared to death. Also, by the way, my feet are bleeding.
Oh, they gotta be bleeding. Just you walked up lava rock.
So
Jesus.
So I put my hands on this rod and I start going across.
Oh, terrible.
Now, at the end of the path or the spire, whatever, there's a group of local kids basically talking shit to the tourists. Like that, they just went there just to make fun of people and scare them. So there's like 2 people there, and one of them walks away. This chick, and she's now like, she was like, "Fuck this, I'm not doing this." And she is now, even with me on the pole. I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember how we resolved that matter. Because I was like, bitch, I don't know what you're doing. Like, this is not a path. This is a pole that I'm holding on to. And you're not clobbing my back like a goddamn monkey. Like, I don't know what you think's gonna happen. But somehow or another we resolved that, and she climbed down. God love her. I was, like, it's pretty much fear and fear as far as I'm concerned. So I'm like, I might as well go through with it. So I do the little monkey dance, get across the spire, and the kids are there and they're talking shit, and I don't know what they were saying. Now, in my head, and this goes to what you were talking about bungee jumping, like jumping versus like falling.
Yeah.
In my head, I had like a little speech in my mind that I was going to say to myself, like a little mantra. And then I was going to put out my arms like Jesus and fly.
Yeah, just fucking.
That is not what happened. I just fell. I just closed my eyes and I fell. And you hit that water like a goddamn seal.
Yeah.
And there's like two things happen at once.
Shit.
Number one, I didn't think to hold my nose.
Oh, rush.
And let me tell you something. The waters in Hawaii are the bluest waters you will ever see in your fucking life. They are amazing to look at. They're nasty as fuck to taste. It's the saltiest water you can imagine. And I've actually heard this, that it's an incredibly salty saltwater region. So it's like somebody took, like, what's the name of the salt that we all use?
Aspen?
The one with the little chick with the umbrella.
Whatever.
Oh. It's like somebody took a quart of salt, just said, hold your nose back, and just poured it down my nostrils. Like,
you
instantly.
get first.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Instantly, I'm flooded with water, yet somehow sucked dry because of the salt content. I come up, and I'm just worn out, and I'm just laying. I'm splayed out on the water, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like literally like licking the air, like licking my lips, like oh shit, like it's just nothing. I'm like, there's no water to be found. I mean, there is, but I can't drink it because that's how I got in the state in the first place. And I just have no strength. So I'm now like breaststroking, but not really. I'm just kind of kicking my legs on my back, And about halfway through, my little brother's like, Mama just called. We gotta go. And I'm just like, bitch, do you see me? What the fuck does this look like? Do I look like somebody who's capable of moving? Mama's just gonna have to wait.
We gotta go.
So I got to the shore, and it was actually at this point I noticed my feet were bleeding. Because again, I don't have shoes. I now have to walk across the sand, bleeding feet, salty mouth, and get like through a hotel, and I don't have a picture to show. That was the nuttiest fucking thing. I mean, actually.
Oh, that's terrible.
But that's the same trip that I did the nude beach too. But the nude beach was way more fun, except for the part where I almost accidentally fucked a dude because that tide was quite strong. But I also almost fucked an old lady too. So like
What?
I mean, at least I guess I would have been getting laid, and I would have been the dominant one in the gay thing too, because of the position we were both in. But I think my dick might have brushed his ass, but thankfully there was no butt to dick contact. Like I missed it. But yeah. So that was my whole trip.
Jesus. Well, I mean, that's either your feet can bleed or your feet can slip. So luckily, your feet started bleeding.
Oh well, they tell you before you go in that water, like y'all better watch that tide, and you're just like, it's fine. I want to feel my balls in the ocean. No, they were serious. Like that tide ain't no joke. So, that was along a path as well. Like it's like there's this cliff that you got. It's not bad. This one's an actual like cliff, like path, and but there's the regular beach, and then there's the beach that people talk about, but isn't officially recognized by the police. Because when they're telling you about the new beach, you're like, oh, okay, like so that's legal here, and they're like, no, not at all. But people do it. And I'm like, all right, and I was with my family, so I had to make up an excuse. I was like, I'm gonna go out, y'all. I'm gonna go do something. And
I'm gonna go do something.
So I had them drop me off at the mall, which was like 2 miles or 3 miles away from the beach, and I ate this. The Hawaiian bread there is the sweet bread.
Yeah,
like you can buy it in the grocery store.
It's
the same thing, but it's fresher, you know. And when they make the burgers with that, it's so fucking good, so good. So I had myself a burger, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show my dick to people now. And so I called a cab. That cab was fucking like $20 for like 10 miles. No, it was something like 5-10 miles. I don't know. Anyway, I was like, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't have another $20. And they had been telling me, like, you know, here what people tend to do is what do you call it? Thumb a ride, hitchhike. I was like, okay. So when I got done with the new beach, I guess I just skipped over that. But I told you the part where I almost fucked 2 people. So whatever. A lot of people saw my dick that day. Anyway, when I went to go hitchhike, it took probably about 30 minutes for somebody to pick me up.
Oh.
Guy and a girl picked me up in a Jeep. I'm like, thank you so much. They're like, no problem. Like, we're from the coast. We're, you know. Like there, it ain't no black-white thing. There, it's a...
Samoan.
Yeah, it's like Asian thing, white thing.
Oh.
And somewhat, like, it's actually just as serious as that. They don't...
Yeah, y'all
like,
know fucking... BJ Penn is from Hawaii.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's Samoan blood. Motherfuckers fight.
Well, it's not just Samoans. It's Filipinos, too. Like, like the thing is, like, I would be fine because I'm brown enough.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're the wrong shade of brown there, too.
Oh, okay.
Like, there wasn't a lot of black people in Maui. I don't know how they react to them. But anyway, so I was talking to them, and I was like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I've never hitchhiked before. They're like, oh, no, yeah, you know, we do this here. And, you know, I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm from New Orleans. Like, you know, like, it must be nice to live in a place where there's, like, not a lot of crime. And they're like, oh, no, we got tons of crime here. I was like, yeah, okay. But, I mean, like, you know, like theft and stuff. Like, but I'm like, people don't, like, get, like, stabbed and raped and murdered here. And they're like, no, we got tons of that. And I was like, but y'all all hitchhike? They're like, yeah. I was like, so like they don't stab and rape and murder the hitchhikers? They're like, oh yeah, they do that. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like they didn't put in that part of the story when they told you, oh yeah, just hitchhike, it's no problem down here. It was like, it sounds like a big goddamn problem.
I couldn't do it.
But I gave the guy $5 and dropped me off. I need to be dropped off, so I was good.
Fuck that. I can't do it. I wouldn't do it.
That was a lot of me. Why don't we talk about the benefit that you just did?
Oh, yeah. I was going to get into that. It was slow, isn't it? But yeah, man, it was we had a fundraiser called New Orleans Comics Give Back. And basically it's, we had comics and we had poets. And, you know, I do a little thing called comedy poetry, so it segues nicely. You know, so I did the comedians first. And it was basically an open mic, whoever felt like coming. You know, I did them first, and then I did the poets after that. It was supposed to end at 11, depending on what everything. But I mean, it was gonna keep going until people finished. I don't think I got out of there till 2. Okay, we started at like 9 because people trickle in late and shit. So we started at 9. Once we started, we had people going up and shit. The night was crazy. Alright, the night was a wicked night. Like they had certain people in there, certain people that didn't want to stay, certain people that did want to stay. You had the certain people that looked, and it was like, alright, I'm about to be out in this next one. You know, they want to be courteous. They don't want to leave during people's sets or nothing like that. So they leave afterwards. And they feel bad because I fucking pointed out. I'm like, you about to go now? All right. Look at you. You want to put the fucking finger up like you're invisible. We see you. Lady with a bad hip try to leave. It was like, oh, I'm out. I'm like, oh, you ain't enjoying, huh? All right. You ain't want to put no money in for that raising or nothing, huh? And she felt bad and she walked out. And so the other two had 2 more dudes in there. They felt really bad. So they stayed 1 more person and then left. I was like, y'all could have left. I gave them a time. I was like, y'all can leave now. I know y'all want to leave now. That's your friends. Y'all can go. Y'all can leave. It's going to be awkward, but more people going to come in and fill in, you know? And then it got to the point to where I was like, all right, motherfuckers is fucked up because it's a Friday. Now we outside smoking. They got this dude. His name is Humble. Humble is a white man, old white man. I don't really know how old he is. He might be old because of the drugs. He might be old because of the hard drugs. He might be my age, but he just look old as fuck because of hard drugs. So he was over there nodding. Like, I'm like, shit, I gotta put this nigga up next. And I'm not prepared for him to go up next, because if he pass out on stage, I'm like, we're gonna have a problem. Shit gonna get crazy. More people gonna leave. Show might be over. You know, so I'm like, fuck it. All right.
Boy, it might wake him up. It's like seeing a man die on stage. It's not a lot of comedy shows where you can see an old man have a heart attack.
He was over there half asleep. I brought him up, and he did okay. He did okay. He went to a place to where people was he rambles on sometimes, and then people were like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Mm-hmm. And you never know. You never know. So he got off stage, and everything was fine. I bring up Paul to the stage, right? My roommate. I bring up Paul to the stage, and as soon as I bring up Paul to the stage, motherfucker pass out on the side. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Me, myself, I'm like, God damn it, Humble. I told y'all to watch that nigga. And I go look, and it's not Humble. It's Dante. Dante Hale. You know who Dante is, huh?
Yeah, he's the big dude, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Is he the one that fucks white girls?
Possibly. I mean,
there was one big, I think that.
Oh, no. That's Thomas Jones.
No. I know it wasn't Thomas. I think
not
I'm thinking.
Thomas.
It don't matter. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
It don't matter who he's fucking. Go ahead. Dante Hale passed out.
Dante Hale passed out. Dante has a...
I was just trying to get straight in my head who it was. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right person.
Dante has a deficiency called G6PD deficiency, and meaning that it's kind of like a... he says it's sickle cell's retarded cousin, basically. Mm-hmm. To where he can't eat certain shit and he has to stay hydrated. He can't take certain menthol cigarettes. You know, and that because that'll make him pass out. And apparently he didn't take his medicine.
As big as his ass is, he don't need to be smoking cigarettes anyway.
As big as his ass is, he probably should take his medicine. And he didn't take his medicine because he said, "Oh, it's gonna make me groggy," and he didn't want to be groggy. So he was out there. He had like one beer, and motherfucker hit the ground, and it just put a halt to the show. Like, we didn't know what to do. Because motherfucker was down, and you know Dante's a big dude. Dante's at least 265, at least probably. He might be heavier than that. And I'm like, yo,
I'm over 265.
Oh, okay. And I think Dante's bigger than you. So
it depends on the height, but probably.
Yeah, he used to do security and shit, and it's like, alright, yeah, you're a big guy. So we had to go ahead and rush everybody. Paul got off stage. We was like, Brianna came in. Brianna was like, "Oh, what happened?" I was like, "Dante passed out." He was like, "Whoa, what happened to Dante? Why did he pass out?" I was like, "Paul got on stage." And then he just fucking, and that was over for Dante. And so
I was like, damn, you're really not a fan.
Yeah. At all. So as Dante on the ground, motherfuckers is hovering over him. Miss Kathy comes, she's like a nurse or something like that, and she squat twats in his face, and he's like, "Yo, I just need some air, man. It's a little hot." And I'm like, yeah, it could be extra hot because Miss Kathy, she's a bigger lady, but like if you squat twat right over somebody's face.
Yeah, that's a different version of smelling salts.
Yeah. And just
I'm not saying it won't work.
Just the waft of heat right there, and he's just trying to fucking, he's just trying to get some air to him. And I'm like, yo, man, I've seen a lot of UFC fights, man. I'm gonna pour this ice down your balls, man. You gotta get up, man. We're gonna need you to sit up, or we're gonna need you to stay awake. So I get some ice and I put it behind his head and shit. This is the whole time motherfucking show still supposed to be going on. And we don't know what to do. Like 45 minutes go by at least. 45 minutes go by, and I'm like, son, you understand you're a black person. You understand these white folks in here are scared right now. They will call an ambulance on you. And that's like their form of telling. Like, this ambulance ride is gonna be it's gonna be expensive.
I'm sorry. Explain your lot of things.
No. Because, alright, Dante,
white people call an ambulance to tell on you?
Something like that, because they don't want to deal with it. Certain people, like, if it was at Carrollton Station, they'd have brought his ass to the curb, and they'd have fucking began with the show. They'd have kept going with the show.
That's because everybody at Carrollton Station is a fucking asshole. don't give a fuck. They don't listen to this show. Suck my dick. The people at Council Station are fucking assholes.
I told him that. I was like, yo, man, the ambulance gonna come, so you might want to get up. He's like, no ambulance. They was like, you want an IV? They was like, because the ambulance ride on IV, nigga, that's money, and that's money that you don't got. Yeah, and so he like,
you better have good insurance.
And he works on the radio. That's it. I don't think you get insurance when you work on the radio. Depends on the company. Right.
But if put it this way. If he had good insurance, he'd have been like, yeah, bring it.
Yeah, bring it. Right. He on the ground huffing.
When you paying money for insurance, believe me.
Oh, he on the ground. We was like, dude, like jokes started coming out and shit. And it was like, it was just so, it was kind of in the moment, but kind of funny still, like, because we still needed to keep him up. Like, it was so much happening. Fucking Paul came over there. Every time I see Paul, okay? Paul's my roommate, all right? Every time I see Paul, I see him as a black person. But every time Paul interacts with anything, white Paul comes out. Like, because he's mixed. I only see his white personality.
I saw him once. I thought he was Hispanic.
Ah, exactly. His daddy black and his mama white or something like that.
So he don't look mulatto.
No.
He looks Hispanic.
It's the hair.
Is his daddy like Creole? Because I know some Creoles that they look Hispanic too.
No, okay. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very crazy.
Sometimes it comes out that way. Anyway.
It's very crazy. And he was out there like, you know, trying to be leadership, and Dante's like, nah man, I just wanna lay down. He's like, Dante, you're gonna have to sit up, man. You're gonna have to sit up. No, don't let him lay down. And I'm like, nigga, I think it's okay if he lays down. I'm pretty sure it's okay if he lays down. And fucking Jane got up there. Jane Banks is an old lady. She let Dante lay on his shoulder. And I was like, that's a big dude. I don't think you really want to, you know, just have him flopping on your shoulder half incapacitated right now. Fucking. And
he turns 3 inches and you've been raped.
Yeah. Pound far, bro. But we have him laying on the bench, and usually towards the end of it, he maintains and like he regains composure. And by the time the ambulance gets there, like they call the ambulance took so long. Ambulance took a very long time to get there because I was like, what did y'all do?
On Poland Street?
Yeah.
That's why the ambulance took a long time.
Well, we said the ambulance took a long time.
They were like, I hope he dies before he if we get a call that says he already expired, we can just call him.
We said the ambulance took a long time because you gave this nigga his first and last name. It's like, oh, this nigga, nah, it's alright. He gonna be cool. What is his name? Dante Hill. Oh, we got about a good 45 before we get there. And Miss Kathy was like, but I called and I'm a sweet white woman. But I was like, did you give his name though, Miss Kathy? He was like, yeah. I was like, there you go, 45. Fucking Kyron came over. He was like, he changed the name to like Billy or some shit like that. And fucking the sirens were right down the street. But they came in. Anyway, they came in and they checked him out. They checked his pulse out and he was all good and shit. He fucking stood straight up. And I was like, all right, nigga, they here, son. This is either yes or no, but you gonna be okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, all right, y'all just make sure you stay here, you know, drink a lot of water and make sure somebody brings him home. And somebody brought him home and it was all good. Jane Banks brought him home. Then we started back up the show. Not right after that. We kind of let things settle down. More people came in and they had no clue of what the fuck happened. My brother came. He was like, yo, big dude on the floor, man. Seems like y'all got problems. Like, yeah, a little bit. Alright, yo, I'm out.
That's what I would have said too. I was like, look, looks like somebody died.
Yeah, I'm out, man. I ain't see nothing. I'm gone. So he left. We started back up the show, and they had these 3 ladies that came in, and this is where like it got from me being like, oh yeah, this is fun, to me being like, alright bitch, it's on, you know, because as the show started, they had his hecklers. I don't know why. It's a fundraiser. What the fuck y'all heckling for? And people are drunk. They get the bottles.
It's a Friday night. What
right.
is this, midnight?
Yeah.
People fucked up.
Motherfuckers was getting in there and they had comics on this stage that wasn't giving a shit. They was laying into motherfuckers.
Oh, they just killed a fat dude. What did they get?
People were feeling bad.
There's a dead 300-pound black man right there. I don't give a fuck.
Butthurt. Bitches was thrown just loosely. Just, bitch, what? And it's like, yo. It's like, come on, son. Like, the bitches was just thrown out there. Because it was nothing but the women, like, just going ahead and thinking that they had, like, a say-so. And they were getting smashed. Just like, dudes coming on stage like, fuck that bitch. Fuck her. She ain't shit. And just going in on it. It's like, well, you know, motherfuckers had to get up and leave during that process because it was like it got a little harsh. It went from funny to like, ooh, now it's awkward. You know. I
just want to say, for anyone who's listening who's not from New Orleans, yeah, this is apparently how we do fundraisers here.
I had to come back.
Thank y'all for coming out to try to raise money for the hurricane victims. We know how it is.
So much.
Bitch, shut your ass up.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Sit your ass down.
Don't make me call the cops.
During my goddamn set. Fundraise these balls, ho. Bitch. And then it's like too much. It was way too much. I got on stage. I was like, yo, what is happening? I kind of addressed everything. I'm like, okay, calm down. And then finally, it got to the point to where all the comics were done. It was a good time. It was a fucking good show still. Good show still. Like, it fucking ran on because motherfuckers was like, I don't know how you did that, Kyle, but you picked it back up. We had a nigga that almost died in here. I was like, that is true. That is true. They almost died. Had some hecklers get just eviscerated and still, boom, 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 hitting them. And they with it. They cool. Comes time for the poetry. I'm like, all right, I'm going to need everybody to, like, really shut the fuck up now. Like, all right, all the comics are gone, and now you're gonna have to give you respect because it's poetry time. And I transitioned and I did my comedy poetry. Boom, they loved it. And I transitioned into that, and they had this lady with like swallows on her shirt or some shit like that. It was like just a shirt full of swallows or geese or something like that. And her husband was there with her, and they had this other dude who also had his old lady or something with him. And they were sitting over here, and these two chicks, the one to my left and the one to my right, the one with the swallow shirt and the other one sitting like kind of across the way, and we're just having a conversation. And I'm like, hey man, y'all wanna maybe, you know, calm down, quiet, be quiet, you know. I started used to rib him a little bit. I'm like, the one with the geese on the shirt, yada yada yada. Started to make fun, you know, calm down. Just, hey, we about to have poetry, and they just continued to talk. And I'm like, all right, fuck what you're talking about. It's not about to be nice anymore. I don't even have to say what. If y'all don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna need y'all to get the fuck out. And it was like, oh no. I'm like, oh, y'all want to continue to talk. And then another friend came in, and she looked like she had a shower curtain on or some type of sofa slip. Like, it's just the ugliest of colors, like peacock green, and it looked like monkey shit a little bit, like that type of opaque green. And she came with her back turned and just started having a conversation with these two motherfuckers. Went off. I'm like, motherfucker, if y'all don't get y'all stupid bitches out of here, are you serious? What the fuck are y'all doing? We're trying to have a fucking show and y'all still running y'all fucking mouth. Either you get the fuck up and get the fuck out, or we're not about to run this show. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, just do the comedy, just do the poetry, just do poetry. Bitch, did you understand what I said? Yes or no? Then get the fuck out then. And they were like, oh.
Yo, let me interrupt this just to mention, like, I've seen Kyle Smith angry maybe once.
It's very rare.
I just heard somebody downstairs, like probably my nanny, who probably thinks I'm being assaulted like at the moment. like I thought it was yelling at me for a second. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
They felt so bad, son. They was like,
that's one of my least favorite type of people. I've seen this a few times in my life.
I can't
the people
stand
who they're like 20 feet apart and there's somebody in between them, and they think that's a conversation.
Just
it's like they think they got the little like tin cans with the string.
Yeah.
And shit. I've had that happen at the gym. With people, LSU fans talking about the game, and they're on the tread. Yes, I've walked on the treadmill from time to time. They're on the treadmills, and they're talking about the LSU game. I'm like, I'm trying to watch fucking Naruto and, you know, exercise. I've had that happen at West Jeff Hospital. Like, I had a, like, 50-pound white crackhead woman and, like, a 200-pound black woman about to stab each other on Christmas Day while my kidney stones were like trying to burst out of me.
Oh.
Like, yeah. I don't that's technically that's a little different. That's but still, like, I don't want you to fist fight or knife fight like on either side of me either. Mm-hmm. That's my least favorite type of person. Or one of them.
Fucking terrible. I was livid. I was like, you fucking serious. I brought people here. I brought motherfuckers here just so they can go ahead and perform. Y'all gonna have a continuous conversation when you think you're whispering. And I found out that the dude that was sitting right here that walked the fuck out before I even went on this tirade, that was her husband. That was her husband. This nigga right here, motherfucker called him TJ from Recess, the white guy, because Michael Hall, I call him the Black Bart Simpson, but he said he was he said that
I know who you're talking about. I'm just trying to like, okay.
Yeah, well, he said he looks like every black character from the 90s. So he called him TJ, and he was like, yeah, I'm your Franklin or something like that. I forgot, from Recess. But he did that, and I was like, yo, TJ, where the fuck you going? Because like as soon as the girls left, like TJ was like, oh, fuck. Alright, and you know, TJ had to go because his old lady and shit left. So yeah, they got the fuck up and they walked out and everybody started clapping. It was like, yeah, I see. I was like, that's what you get for being a dumb bitch. Now everybody clapped at your demise as you walk the fuck out through the threshold right now. And then as soon as they got through the doorway, fucking TJ walked back and he looked so sad. I was like, TJ, no, man, not you. You're cool. You ain't gotta go. He was like, man, I know, man. I'm sorry. I tried to stop him. But I gotta go. But I didn't try that hard. I was like, alright, TJ, and then TJ walk out, and then fucking the girls, they won't come back, but they stop at the doorway because they can't come in because it's like a vampire getting shunned. It's like they can't come back out through the door, but they can talk a whole bunch of shit. So that's what they did. It was like, fuck that, bitch, and we don't want this, yada yada yada. Fucking, I was like, hey, Russ, close that door, please. Just boom, close the door. And I was like, alright. Back onto the poetry.
Here's the dirty little secret of hecklers. When you whether you're drunk or you just think you're funny and you're heckling, in your mind, what's going on is like, I'm gonna show this comic up.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that funny, or I don't think she's that funny. I'm gonna show these people. Watch the master. Watch how it works. In the minds of everybody around you, they're here to watch your fucking show. Yeah. They're not on your side. No. They're not. You're not Superman. They're not looking for you to like come and save me. You know, like this. Like that's not like.
It's just go small world on them.
It's Smallville. Because I'm old.
Kevin would love that.
But nobody like heckling is not fun for anybody. Like there are some stand-ups that would kind of want it because they just like, because especially if you're in a bad mood and you got somebody you can trash, that's gonna make you feel a little better. Yeah. But the reality is like you went there to do stand-up, you have your set in mind, and that's what you want to do. And for the audience, they just want to hear jokes, and whether they're funny or not, they just want to see the show and then leave. Right. They don't want an awkward like situation where somebody's interrupting the show and making the show less funny, and then all of a sudden like you got to call somebody out, and then it's like, oh, you know, especially if you're with that person, like that's the last thing you want to do.
So much. Like this is not the first time I've actually. Like, this is the first time I've actually kicked somebody the fuck out. I was like, man, you get the fuck. And then they left. But like, this happened Tuesday. I was at Howlin' Wolf. And they had this man and his wife right in the front row. And he just blatantly wanted to, like, you know, fucking whisper to her, but he drunk, so he can't whisper. Like, his decibel's way too high. Right. So, you know, I pointed out and
what do you mean I am whispering?
And I shit on him. I shit on him real quick in the midst of my joke, and I throw him in a whole joke, and everybody was like, oh, and fucking started laughing at him and shit. And like, you see his old lady's face go from like, she laughing at me, but then she realized that I'm talking about this nigga, so she wants to laugh still, but she feels bad now because like he continues.
And also she might be getting beat later on that night. You know. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them when your old man.
I'm pretty sure by the time like I got done with my set, because he calmed down after that, and then I continued with my shit, and then like he just had something else to say, and I was like, alright, that's how you gonna do it? Alright, so I stopped like my last minute. I just boom, I went in. And like it got to the point to where his old lady was like, alright, like looking at him like, alright, she had that face like, nigga, we probably gonna get divorced after this. Like you ain't getting no pussy tonight. You would literally have to sleep outside in the doghouse. Like I went into the point to where I pointed out all his flaws, and I'm like, now you probably not gonna get no pussy tonight, and you probably gonna get divorced and hated forever, and you probably got touched as a child because you probably half Catholic, and you was probably an altar boy at one time, and now your asshole ain't like it used to be. And I was like, you ever checked it out before? You don't know. Check out your asshole. And then boom, mic drop. And walked off. And everybody was like, oh! And he felt bad. And he walked out and shit. And they kicked him out.
I just want to say, if Squirrels is listening, if you like, I can get my good friend Kyle Smith, my blood here, to go there
Squirrel.
And handle your old man for you, or your ex-old man.
Definitely.
We can have that taken care of pretty quick.
Verbally? Oh, verbal abuse is terrible. Motherfuckers don't like verbal abuse. And then if you get them hands put on you after you got verbally abused, your morale is down. Like first you get like shitted on and talked about, and then you get beat up after that. That's a lose-lose. That's a lose-lose right there. You can't say shit first, and then secondly you can't even fight. And you get beat up. Oh, you lost twice. You lost twice in like one sitting. That's terrible. So, learn some jujitsu.
Well, but did y'all make any money for the...
Yeah, man, we raised, after all that, man, we still raised like $120.
That's good.
So it was still pretty good.
I mean, we were looking into trying to do something through MHOG, but the problem is finding a venue. Because I want to do something a little bigger, like something that we can advertise for and like tell people to come out, like some comedy and then like a band or two afterwards. But we got to find a venue. And so if anybody knows a venue out there that would, decent, like, no offense to any bars, because like we appreciate it, but like, we're hoping to have like 100, 200 people or something like that, And so if anybody knows, please let us know. Kyle Smith will be hosting if we handle this, because we'd like to give back,
Getting up there.
So we had about 52 minutes, but there's something I wanted to talk about.
52's good. What's up?
So I had to get some. I went to work this morning. I go to work for like 2 hours on Saturday, and I needed some groceries. So like I was gonna stop at Rouse's, and I was like, you know what? I've only been to Trader Joe's once when it first opened. Yeah, yeah. I tried to go in Orlando one time and something happened. I ended up going. But I've been to the one down here in Metairie one time. And it was when it first opened, so it was like fucking crazy. It was, it was like more, in the little bitty parking lot was more crowded than Rouse's across the street. But I was like, you know what? Let me go see what they got. I pull up, and it's a very nice new complex. Everything's very clean. And Trader Joe's is a big California thing, and like when you listen to like podcasts from out there, everybody's all like, "Oh, I got this from Trader Joe's. I got that from Trader Joe's." So it was kind of exciting when it came down here to New Orleans, And so as I'm walking in, I'm going to get a grocery basket, and there's this like fairly tall, mostly pretty, skinny black chick also getting a basket. And I'm looking at her. And she's got like knee-high bobby socks, pink and black striped, like lesbian Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Good reference.
She's got like some nice shorty shorts on, black shorty shorts, and she's got a T-shirt on that says veganism.
And titties out, huh? Yeah, no bra on.
I didn't see any nipple outline, but it was a black shirt. Sometimes those are, sometimes it's a little harder to see. Yeah. And also it was a T-shirt, so it was a little bit thicker, But I was just like, why'd I come here again? When I'm walking around, there's a fairly multicultural thing going on there. But the thing that tripped me out is like everybody's a stereotype when you walk in there. Mm-hmm. It's like starting with the black chick. Like, look, I grew up with black people. Never seen anybody from New Orleans
like that.
Yeah.
No,
that's California black.
Yeah,
that's not
different.
New Orleans black.
No,
you know, but there's a lot of
teeny
them.
bopper.
There's women and men, like grown men, and they all fit this particular mold. Like neither one of us could get a job there. Neither one of us could get a job there. And I was just like, damn, this is like a trip, you know? Like it's, you know, and I got suckered into buying a few things. Like they do like the Costco and Sam's Club
I've been
thing.
in one of them one time and I was confused.
It's a different world.
Oh man, I was like, what's going on? What are you doing? Like the checkout shit?
Uh-huh.
I was like, what? I don't know. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Like the checkout and all that.
Why when they take the basket and you go another direction?
Yeah.
It takes getting used to.
I was like,
I mean, it's kind of nice, but you kind of feel like, am I supposed to tip you because you're emptying out my basket? I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost like it's a very, very strange experience. I don't know. There's no punchline.
No.
I was just like tripped out. Like, and part of me was like, I'd love to do a skit. Like, just get the darkest brother you ever met in your life.
And throw him in Trader Joe's.
Yeah, like somebody who grew up on like Big Daddy Kane, and just like.
You should sedate him and just have him wake up in a Trader Joe's.
No, I just want to follow him around and have him look for kale and shit, you know, with a camera. But I don't think they let us do that. I didn't look, but I know they definitely have kale at Trader Joe's.
No. But I just found out what the fuck kale was. You think this motherfucker's gonna know what kale is?
I don't know. Look, I'll mention it. You know, friend of the show, Hannibal the Beat Animal out in Atlanta. Just got out of jail. Congratulations, Hannibal. He don't listen to the show, but I'll link it to him anyway.
The Beat Animal?
Yeah, we got. He used to do
he make beats.
He's a rap producer. He also raps, but he's mainly a producer. Yeah. And his baby brother died tragically last year, and so he put together his baby brother was a rapper, and so he put the album together. It's called Before I Exit, because his brother used to be called X-Man the Professor, and they changed it because it's like legalities, so he's just called X Dash, like in the album.
Oh, that's cool. He talks about a lot of nerd stuff.
I haven't listened to the album yet, but I have listened to some of the music from the group that he was producing. Hannibal produced all the beats, and X-Man was mainly the rap. I mean, Hannibal raps too, but I've listened to their. I'll play one of you before we leave. Oh shit, I gotta find it. But yeah, they do a lot of nerd stuff. They got a group called this is gonna drive me the Bastards, and they do a lot of like nerd shit and like they'll he sent me one that was like a Transformers beat that they rapped on top of, and it's pretty cool. I'll show it to you. But just go check out. It's on sale on iTunes, and I'm assuming Google Play and all that. It's called Before I Exit X Dash the Professor. So go check out Hannibal the Beat Animal. I don't know where I was going with that before I got on that train.
Oh, it was dope though. I liked it.
But that's why I was talking to him when he got out of jail, and so Hannibal's thing is that you'll never see his real face. He has like
masks.
He has like 100 masks, and some of them are cool. Like he'll have the Bane mask, like the one from the movie, and he made this video when he got out of jail. And the first mask, I was like, that's a shitty mask. And he made some comment about, like, nobody's going to talk about the beat that I put in front of the video. I was like, no, man, I was distracted by how ugly that mask is. And he laughed. He was like, that's my feed mask. I was like, what you feed on? Human flesh? He's like, some days, but mostly quinoa some days. And I was like, your motto is not what would Biggie do. Cause, like, what are you talking about, quinoa? But it just made me think of that when you said, like, your brothers know about kale. I was like,
I mean, my uncle grows kale. I've been growing my kale for a little bit.
Well, Hannibal's very educated dude. But it's just funny when I see people, like anybody talking about like they eating quinoa. I'm like, come on, come on. Like the kale, I kind of get. But
what the fuck did he go to jail for?
It's one of those things where, look, I'm somebody that believes that most cops aren't malicious. Some of them definitely are. I've definitely had bad experiences with cops. But the system is not rigged to penalize people that are committing crimes. The system is basically rigged to make the system money. So, I've known two people this happened to. One of them is one of my best friends who's white. The other one is Hannibal. So basically what happened was he got a ticket, I don't know, 4 years ago. He paid that ticket. The system somehow forgot that he paid the ticket. So he got pulled over for something, and they're like, we got a warrant for your arrest. You know, like you failed to appear in court. They put him in jail for like 11 days for this shit. For a ticket he paid for.
That's why I went to St. Slaminy.
Yeah, I remember you telling that story. I didn't remember what it was about, but I remember you telling us about out there on the North Shore. But they were a lot nicer to you than they were to him. Yeah. Like he was talking about, like they didn't give him toilet paper for like 4 days.
Oh, most of the time I get lost in the system whenever I go in.
Oh well, that's the thing. Like it's there to fuck you. And look, if you committed, like that's my thing. Is like, look, if you committed a serious crime, then I don't have that much sympathy for you. Like I'll have a little bit. Like there's something like
traffic tickets,
like toilet paper. Like give somebody toilet paper. You know. But that's the thing. Yeah, traffic tickets. Like
that's that bullshit, man.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like a light
people
camera.
have paid, or if you change your address and the shit still goes to the old address and you don't get this information, you ain't gonna know until you get pulled over.
Well, my friend, the first one I knew they got pulled over. We were 22 at the time. We were at work. We were delivering pizza. He got pulled over by a Harahan cop, and they were like, come on, you know. He got out, I think, the next day, so he wasn't there that long. But when he went to go check on it and say, you know, well, I paid this, blah, 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 they were like, oh, we don't have any record of you being in jail. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is a small town office. You what do you mean you don't have any record of me being in jail? Like, I was in jail. Like, you saw me. Like, what, you know? Like, come on, Clarice. Like, what, you know? But anyway, so yeah, if y'all want, like, I think it goes to the professor's family. He's got kids. It's called Before I Exit, XIT, like X-Man. And I haven't heard the album yet. I need to check it out soon. So tell Hannibal I sent you. Anyway. Nice. You got anything else you want to talk about? Anything coming up that you
No, go check out my website, maniacalmenace.com. I'm gonna be updating it.
Tweet Doug Stanhope. Tell him to come on the Metal Hand of God podcast, because Kyle ain't gonna get around to it.
I don't tweet. I gotta find his email.
So, alright, I guess that's it. Would you like to say anything before we leave? We've had a lovely young guest the whole time. You probably heard her like giggling in the background.
Or crunching up M&M paper.
They were so good. I couldn't control myself.
Alright, so this is it for the Metal Hand of God podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Kyle. And we out.
Keep it quinoa.
Oh, keep it metal!